First thing that I really want to say to all is I want you to get that bishop thing out of the way because we're in science of mind now.
That's right.
We're in a metaphysical Christ consciousness establishment. You know, I'm not ashamed of how I come up, but I want everybody to know that, you know, sometime when people hear these titles, these traditional and religious titles, they start thinking a certain way. But I want to say to you, like I said the last time I was up here, I'm not that type of bishop. I'm not that type of bishop. First, I would like to thank Reverend Michelle and thank all the ministers, all the facilitators. And truly, every time that I've walked in this facility, I feel the presence of I Am. I feel the presence of infinite spirit. I feel the presence of transformation. It makes you want to come back. So that's why I was glad when I stood up here and said a few things that you all enjoyed. So hopefully today, well, I'm not even going to say hopefully because I know you are going to enjoy what I have for you today. I want to share something with you real quick because I know I only have 25 minutes, but since we've given our testimonials, I am Ambassador of Christ, King Elisha, and my problem was I couldn't see out of my right eye all week. And, you know, generally, you know, if you go back in some of you all's time, you would say, I'm going to blame that on that old bugger. You know, he did that to me. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But since I have evolved, I know that I created that problem for myself because I knew I was going to overcome that problem. Are you all hearing me? I couldn't even see that up there, and right now I can read everything. So I'm thankful for that, first of all, because I did a mind treatment on my own mind. I did a mind treatment on the spirit in me to awaken the light of Christ that in me that brings forth healing. And that healing is just not in me, but it's in everyone. So I'm thankful for that. That's the first thing. Second of all, when I was riding with one of my assistants yesterday, she has a problem with the window. You know, when you're on medication, you know you're not clicking 100% all the time. I'm not 100% now, but divinity is going to take over in a minute, okay? It ain't about me. So when we were riding, I said, I promise you I'm not going to put down that window. Guess what I did? I put down that window. So that is a problem with some of the neighborhoods that we were going in. So I transformed my light into the consciousness of the electrical system. Oh, you all hear me? It's just not limited to healing something and just carnal or manifestation of money or love. It is unlimited. So I had spoke this to her a couple months ago and she said, you know, this is right. So as I sat over in the seat, I started to transform the energy and to get into the system. And as I touched it one time, as I touched it 2 times, and the 3rd time it just went up. Are you all hearing me? I said it just went up. Guess what I did? I did it again. After 30, just the mind not all the way there, and guess what? It went up again. So I just wanted to share with you all that there is a power in us that we have to believe in and that we have to tap into. See, what keeps us from reaching that power is too many times we're sleeping with the enemy. Oh, y'all might not. Then I'm not even talking physically, but I'm talking about when you leave here, who are you attaching yourself to? We attach ourselves to unbelievers so much that it causes us to disbelieve. But once you get over that disbelief and start to be around the teachings of Ernest Holmes and Charles Fillmore and Madame Blavatsky and those that are of higher consciousness, guess what? That higher consciousness will stay with you. And before you know it, you'll be dealing with this subject matter like we're going to deal with today. I think, therefore I what? I am. You know, when Minister Michelle, and in her absence, I bless her wherever she is, when she said that to me, it was Thursday, I couldn't see. When I tell you all this, I could not see. And she sent it on my phone, and when I seen the message from her, it blinded me, the light on my phone. But when I was talking to her, she said, I want you to come and speak to us. And what I want you to speak about is the power of the spoken word. This was a week ago. Did y'all already deal with that subject? The power of the spoken word? Okay, good. Well, she sent it to me. Okay. So I said, well, I had already started working on the power of the spoken word. And then she sent me this, I think, therefore I am. So what's going to happen here today for this next 20 minutes? I got 20, right? I'm going to give you, I think, therefore I am. And also I'm going to give you the power of the spoken word. Is that okay?
All right.
When I sing up on the screen, I think, therefore I am, the first thing that I thought about in my mind and in my consciousness, trying to figure out what I would say to you all today, I thought, well, to be godlike, you have to be able to think. Oh, you hear me? Because to think, listen at what it's saying. I think, therefore I am. God's name is I am. Are you all hearing me? When it was asked of him, who do I say you are? When Moses was going back and forth with him and his brother, him and Pharaoh, he said, who is this God that wants me to do all these things? And the only thing that God could say to Moses was, I am that I am. Are you all hearing me? What that means is, whatever you need me to be, I am. See, so often we just think of it as a name, but ever have we thought about it as a statement? Y'all hear what I just said? We have looked at it as a name, but it's time for us to look at it as a statement. What are you saying there, King Elisha? I'm saying that whatever you need God to be, he will be by you saying, I am whatever you're desiring. If you want to be wealthy, if you want to be healthy, if you want to be loved, you keep on giving yourself the download, the treatment in your mind that I am that. I am healed. I am whole. I am without problems. And as you continue to say this to yourself over and over again, something starts to resonate in the universe of your own energy system that starts to transform any and everything that you're designed to happen in your own space and in your own world. Everybody get that? So when I heard, I think, therefore I am, the first thing that I thought about, I said, you know what? You got to be able to think to be godlike. To be godlike is to think, because we are made in the likeness and in the image of the greatest thing in the universe, no matter what you want to call it. We're going to call it today the light of Christ, the light of I am, the infinite spirit. Whatever makes you feel good, whatever you can identify with, I want you to know that it's laying dormant in you. And we're calling it the light. We're calling it the energy of Christ. That's my favorite thing to say, is that I greet the light and Christ in everyone. I love you because every time I see you, I see the light. I don't see your situation. I don't see what you look like. I don't see your color. I see the light of Christ in you. And can you imagine what will start to happen if all of us get together and get on one accord and start to see each other for real? I'm not just talking about just saying it, because it's one thing to say this, but I'm talking about to awaken such an agape love that's in you that the only thing that you can do is give out light. See, I'm trying to tell you that agape love ain't easy. When I started to get in touch with agape love, I wanted to change my mind, because I like getting mad at people at times. Some people do things to me that make me need to be a little angry. And sometimes I could be angry for a month, but the more and more I started to evolve into the light of Christ, I could only be mad for a week. I mean, come on. That deserved a little longer than a week. And sometimes it'll even get down to an hour. I know what he did or what she did, what is going on in me. So I had to re-examine how many years I said that I am agape love, that I am agape love, that I am the light of Christ, that I am all these wonderful and blessed things. And all of a sudden, everything that's coming to me is unblessed. So here it is, I'm giving my sacred, blessed self to these people that don't deserve it. Are you hearing me? And when you give what's holy unto the dogs, you can't always expect something holy back. And that's why it feels good to sit amongst people that's of a like mind. Are y'all hearing me? You got to appreciate when you get people that have awakened to their divinity. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and give you what I've written down here. 'Cause I said I was going to be slow about this. I wrote, as a man thinketh in his heart. This is Proverbs 23:7. So is he. As a man or woman thinketh in his heart, so is he or she. The question of the day is, when did your heart start thinking? From what I know, minister of music, is your heart generally feels. Is that not right? So when did your heart start thinking? So I knew as I studied Ernest Holmes and Charles Fillmore and Christ consciousness that I realized that my heart was my subconscious mind. How many people know your heart is your subconscious mind? So by knowing that your heart is your subconscious mind, and the one duty that your subconscious mind has is to bring everything into beingness that you give it, you got to be careful what you're thinking. I said the only responsibility of your subconscious mind is to unprejudicedly give you what you're giving it. So when you run around saying that I am broke, that I can't get a good man, that all men are this and all women are this and all this negativity, guess what? Regardless of what you're asking God for, when you stop saying that mess that's going down in your heart, you're going to get what you can